So we're just going to be talking today about this venture that I posted about the Encyclopedia of Universal Sound Design, a book that explains to you not just turn this knob to 12, turn that knob to this, and just basically tell you to copy them. Every YouTube video you go to, they're like, hey, here's a cool tip. Those can be helpful because you're actually learning how to better use the tool. But what I'm talking about is those YouTube videos, oh, how to make a Skrillex growl. That doesn't help you at all because you're just gonna spend the whole time trying to recreate the same exact positioning on all those knobs. Why would you want to recreate a patch that's already been made? You would rather just download the patch and kind of see for yourself how they made the sound, right? Because otherwise, you're just wasting 5 to 10 minutes copying. If you learn from it, if anything, if you were to learn from it, you're just learning how to copy Skrillex. You're just learning how to copy Kill the Noise. Why like follow all these YouTube videos and copy an artist just to be called out for being like that artist? We're trying to spearhead a book, a PDF, or some means of teaching sound design that will be tailored to you because you are learning the fundamentals to what makes a growl sound, what makes a sound that squeaks a squeaky sound. Through the years that I've been doing sound design, I've realized there are these patterns. If you look at any growl sound, whether it's in a Skrillex track, a Kill the Noise track, whatever dubstep track you could possibly think of, all those growl sounds have something in common. They all have something in common with even evolutionary things like lions. Anything that sounds like a growl that we describe with the word growl, there's a reason we describe it that way, and it's because there's a pattern within the sound waves themselves. We're going to start releasing an MVP very soon. For those of you who don't know entrepreneurial jargon, that just means minimal viable product. But it's going to be the secret to making a growl sound once and for all, the ultimate way. And we're going to try and transcend any one synthesizer, right? Everyone talks about how can I make a growl sound in Massive? How can I make a growl sound in Serum? These things are irrelevant. I love Serum. Don't get me wrong. Serum is great. It has so many modules and it's probably the best synthesizer out there for sound design as we speak. But what if one day Serum goes obsolete? What if that synthesizer that you've devoted your life to figuring out so that you can make money as a musician, what if that just goes obsolete and now there's something new? What do you do then? I'm trying to target people who want to universally know how to make a sound no matter what tool it is they're using. You could use a sampler, you could use Massive, you could use Ableton. You don't have to go buy hundreds of dollars of worth in samples and presets. You'll just know how to do it. You'll save yourself money because let's face it, musicians are entrepreneurs. I don't care what you say, musicians are entrepreneurs because they're one person, they've got an idea, they believe that they've got value in what they bring to people's lives, and that's music, and that's poking at the emotions. That's the solution to people's pains in society, right? And if you believe you can bring that value, that's why you go into music. If you're expecting to go into music to become a millionaire, good for you, that's cool. But realistically, very few of us will ever see that. And that's because you're being an entrepreneur. You're doing something on your own and you're starting something new that could create jobs. The point I'm trying to make right now is I don't want to see people spend hundreds of dollars that they don't have on samples and presets that will only last them maybe that month before they go out of fashion and it's not the cool thing anymore. I've seen this so much. I've looked at so many preset and sample retailers out there, and they've all always have had the same problem, and that's that if one becomes really big and really mainstream, then all of a sudden you start to hear entire labels sounding like those samples and presets. It's not attractive at all for a listener to be like, wow, all of these artists literally sound the exact same because they're all buying their presets and samples from the same retailer. It's scary, because if everyone sounds the same, then what you love starts to sound pretty boring and repetitive. We have our pain, right? The pain is people are spending hundreds of dollars that they don't have as entrepreneurs. They don't have that kind of affordable loss to take, and they need something that sets them apart. And the best way to do that is to teach them how to fish, not sell them a bunch of expensive fish. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you want to comment, I'm going to continue to just answer your questions down below, and have a good night.